to, I guess, the Royal Commission, which is now close to 2 years since we've had it. And trust was probably one of the big things that came out of it in terms of the lack of trust that consumers were having with financial services institutions. Tell me, do you see that things have changed, or how? And then the second part to that is, trust is what we're all trying to build with our customers and our clients. What are some of the ways in which financial services businesses can do that in a way that's valuable?
Yeah, well, the first part of that question, I think there was a lot of momentum building in the financial services industry in terms of reforms and changes. And I think the Royal Commission was a culmination of that in some respects. So a lot of the good financial services businesses had already, upgraded and advanced in their processes and how they delivered advice and how they dealt with customers well before the Royal Commission. So that's my first comment. And I think they've designed better processes to accommodate the delivery of advice. My only concern is that, as I said probably before, is that I'm not sure that a lot of those then changes have got the clients interests at heart in terms of delivering value to the customer. So I'm not sure they're seeing tangible benefit from some of the changes. So I think there's a general commentary is that some macro changes to industries, and whether it be, say, the finance industry where you've got caps on interest-only borrowing or something like that. I think some of those macro reforms have been really good and positive, and they're designed to change long-term behaviour, whereas some of the other very granular reform doesn't seem to make a material impact on changing long-term behaviour. So I might be a little bit cynical when it comes to some of that, but with all those challenges in leading into trust, I think for good organisations, because of the complexity and trying to see value for the customer, that's where you can build trust. So I think without compliance and challenges, then it is harder to stand out sometimes. So having these things in place, actually compliance for professional service providers can be your friend in some respects.
Yeah, that's right.
It's giving you a framework, giving people a frame of comparison between advisors when they look at the quality of how they deliver advice and who they align themselves with. So shining a beacon on that can help you indirectly build trust.
Yeah, and I 100% agree. The fact that you, as an advisor, need to go through so much compliance, certification, study, and so forth, that just needs to come to the fore. That's your ring fence around your advisory business against someone who perhaps doesn't have that. And it's a trust signal for the client to say, okay, well, these guys seem to be at the top of their game, and there's evidence. And I think, with financial services business, it's a very intangible thing that you're buying. Yes, you get documents, but they're not really a sexy thing. But what is the tangible outcome that people can grab a hold of? And I think if you can make it tangible, the service offering, whether that's through identifying the stages and gates that they're going to go through and communicating the value at each of those stages, then you start to build trust points. And I don't think a lot of financial services providers have identified that customer journey to identify where the points in that journey where they can really add value and create trust. Because, trust is not something that you just get because you've got a customer. It's something that you earn, and you earn along the journey. And each point is a risk to lose that trust, and it's also an opportunity to gain that trust.